Okay, hi everyone, and welcome to the new support video following up on the Malzahar and Cassiopeia videos. I finally got down to it because I was waiting for the replays on the new client interface to get things going, and there we go. We have it. We have the footage, and now we just have to add a commentary to it. That's what I wanted to do in the first videos. I wanted to start a commentary, but it's kind of hard to do that when you're playing live, and other things are going on in the background. And yeah, we're doing this in a controlled environment and getting things done. So here we have a Vi support, and a lot of people are skeptical about this, just as a lot of people are skeptical about Malzahar and Cassiopeia, which with some further playing, like Malzahar is one of my best champions at support recently, and it's really amazing how Malzahar can do so much as a support. But back to Vi. So here we're starting with the relic shield to get some extra HP and some gold. Just the usual stuff. And since we don't have any leashing to do, we can just wait here in the bush. And we're gonna do a little surprise attack on our buddy Draven. So this is the point where I'm thinking that, oh well, my Vayne, she just knows how to, get good trades in and back away. So I'm gonna go for some stuff like that again, and unfortunately it's not gonna go well. But you'll see what I mean soon. In the meantime, I guess I can talk about what Vi brings as a support. And she just brings a lot of CC, a lot of damage, and since her passive shreds armor, not her passive, but her W passive shreds armor, it's really useful against bot lanes, because your AD carry is going to do physical damage, and you're going to want to capitalize on that. She also brings like a heavy initiate when you need it. She has a double dash with her Q and her R after that. So this is the part where I kind of realized that this Vayne did not know how to play against the Poppy. And with the further investigation, she told me that she had never played against the Poppy, and she was like, "Oh, is Poppy any good?" I'm like, "Yeah, Poppy is pretty good." Because the major part of what Poppy does is when she's going to be mainly playing defensive. She's not going to be really aggressive, and her main job is just to keep everybody off of Draven. But my Vayne here is not going to learn that for at least a couple more deaths, and she's just going to keep going in on the Poppy and the Draven, and she's going to get shut out. And really, this wouldn't be a problem if Vayne was just straight up trading instead of going all in. But I managed to talk to her more about it later, and she adjusted her gameplay, and we managed to pull some things off. You see, this is what I mean by her keeping going. She just, you know, ate all that damage for nothing. Like, as soon as Draven flashed away, he was out of reach. Like, Poppy's not gonna let her get close to him at all. What I really like about Vi support is that she pretty much does the same thing as a heavy CC bottom lane support. But in addition to that, she has a really good late game. And she can do a lot of deeps, a lot of damage, and her shredding is really important at the end. Yeah, that's what I was trying to tell the Vayne, like, not to go all in on the Poppy, but I think that's the last time she did that, if I remember correctly. Took her like 2 deaths to learn, but yeah. That's Vi is obviously a lot more effective when you have a good ADC. But I'm still gonna manage to pull this off and get something done with the Shaco later. Speaking of Shaco, this is also going to be in the next video. It'll be Shaco support. And some of you might be really surprised. Well, not much going on here. I'm mostly just farming. Like, I could go to the camera where it automatically goes to where things are happening, but the main focus of this video and the others before that was to focus on the supporting aspect, like, and the whole thing about that. So this is where she finally learned to, you know, back away and just take the trades. And that's when we could start doing things better. Now level 6 is a big thing for Vi. She got that heavy CC dash ult, and also does some damage, and we're gonna be using that a lot in this game. We're gonna have a little surprise for Yasuo and Evelynn. I'm gonna have 2v2. And this is what Vi brings to a fight. She just brings damage, armor shreds, and a lot of focus. Like, she forces the enemies to focus on her because she does so much damage in CC. And she gets in the way. And the less the enemies focus on your ADC or your damage dealer, the better it is, because they're not getting focused on, and they're doing what they need to do. They do their damage, and you do your thing. You do your tanking. So we can't do much right now because I'm half health and they're both full health. But what's important is that we can still farm, and they're definitely not coming in on us. Like, we're completely safe, and there's no reason for me to back away and heal just to be able to fight. Well, since I was able to give a good lead on Shaco, he can start to. No, he's not gonna snowball that much, but he's gonna start doing better because the worst thing for Shaco is to fall behind. He's pretty much useless all game. But if he gets ahead, he's useful for most of the game, except the end game. So this is where I back away and buy some stuff. Gonna buy the Eye of the what is it again? The Eye of the Equinox. Gonna give me some good HP and the much needed wards that we're gonna get. I think Vayne actually dies here. Yep. So unfortunately, she just wanted to stay a little too long and couldn't take the 2v1. And there's nothing that I could really do about that. I mean, that was all her responsibility. When I back away, she has to play safer. So Shaco got ganked there, but there was no need for me to go in there. And Shaco is good at getting away. So I'm just here to defend my tower and make sure nobody gets close. And then after they leave, I can put down a ward and see if they were going to come back later. But there's no way I was going to go in there and face check while I knew they were all there. So some people might think that it's important to get some cooldown reduction early on Vi. That may be the case when you're a jungler or something, but when you're a support, that's not really needed. All you need is your... you don't need that much cooldown. You don't need that much cooldown reduction to be useful as a support. And this is another bad play on Vayne, where I was just trying to protect the ward, and I was completely fine, obviously. And she just went in on that one and got herself killed, so there's no way I was going in with Evelynn there too, so another rip on Vayne. And she's gonna start getting things in her hand very soon. Once we start getting out of lane and helping out the other players. So anyways, back to cooldown reduction. You don't need that much on Vi support because all you need is that one ult. Like you're not gonna get much more than one ult every now and then. Because you're obviously much squishier. You don't have to initiate every fight. You just have to capitalize on fights and emphasize focus. You don't have to, you know, do too much. You don't have to do as much as you would have to do if you were a jungler or top lane. So a little trade-off here, like we're just trying to protect the tower and we're calling for help and nobody comes, so we're just gonna leave it. And yeah, it's Rip Tower, there's nothing we can do. If Shaco had come down earlier, we could have done something, but there was no way. Not with Vayne so far behind and the tower so low, they could have just attacked it twice and they would have had the advantage. So instead of cooldown reduction, we're going to get Berserker Greaves, just to proc W passive more easily. Attack speed is really important on Vi. So here we get in a little bait, but then they're gonna get baited in. There's nothing I can do about that, not with that much health. But we still got a good fight going. It was like a 3-for-2. Vayne, there was no way Vayne was living on that one. Just she's so far behind. Like she's 2 levels behind me, and I'm her support. So not much I can do there except make sure she gets assists and starts coming back into the game. But she still had only 1 assist on that one, which is a shame, but yep. Can't do much about that. So here I'm not getting the other trinket because I think this an extra ward is just better overall than So we're making a play on this dragon, and Shaco, unfortunately, he died, but then the cat comes in, and we can move in on the Draven, and then the Poppy, and we save the dragon. So finally got something on Draven. I had to take the kill, unfortunately, because Vayne was like 1 auto attack away from death. And Yasuo comes in. And there was nothing much we could do about that because Katarina just left us to die. We kind of had semi 3v2 going, but Vayne was so low she just got killed right away, and then Katarina just abandoned us right there. So we're still gonna manage to get that dragon because Shaco's gonna steal it. And all of that was because we saved the first one, went in on that, and got a dragon off of it. Anything is good at this point because we're a little behind. Vayne is behind by a lot. Cat is kind of even with the... Well, not really. She has like 20 CS down. And a couple kills, but Shaco is safely ahead of Evelynn, and that's good. So I got my Greaves, my Berserker Greaves, and that will help me, do more damage because I get extra damage every 3rd attack because of W passive, and I get the Shred. So it's important to get that faster, even if I can't reset it on the with the E. It's much faster to just have more attack speed, and I can capitalize on my W better. The next item I'm building is still not cooldown reduction, but it is Frozen Mallet. And what Frozen Mallet's gonna do for me, it's gonna be even more CC. I'm gonna get heavy slow on my auto attacks. And whenever I go in on someone, whenever I go all in with the Q, I can peel and keep them off my team just with the slow, and it'll help a lot. Also with the HP. Now that was a good use of an ult, mostly because I didn't get the kill, but he got me the assist, and it's secured. Basically, it's secured because I got the knockup, and he couldn't do anything. But I did get the kill off it, so that's more gold for my team, and better overall. You don't want to get too many kills as support, obviously, because you want your carries to have the goal, not the support. Here we get a nice catch off of Draven, who was out of position. And fortunately, Vayne didn't get anything off that, but she's starting to catch back up in CS, and that'll help her out. So now we're gonna go help Irelia. And I'm mostly focusing on the Yasuo because I don't want to move in too much, and I always Q to him to get things going. I don't even know what Cat was trying to do there, but she just got herself killed. You know, you gotta play with what you have. Like, if you get bad teammates, you have to make sure they don't die too much. But there are some things you can't do anything about. Like if they just decide to go in like 1v3 or 1v5, you can't just follow them. You can't just follow them and die. You have to, be the smart one. So now we finally have our mallet. We can do a lot of CC with that. Slow is going to be coming in very handy to capitalize on the stuns and knockbacks. It was a nice catch, nice gang by Shaco. So the next item I'm going to go for is the new one, the Knight's Vow. Because the enemy team has a lot of AD damage. And for support items, I'm gonna have to get away here. I pretty much managed to save Vayne, and then we're gonna have more plays right up here with the ultimate and the Q. Nothing going on here with the Yasuo. There's perfect shutdown. And this is what Vi can bring. Like a lot of peel, a lot of stuns, and she can follow stuff in a fight because she has her dashes and her ult. And obviously the new passive keystone, the Courage of the Colossus, is really helpful when you go in with your CC. Helps you tank more. Anyways, back to Nice Vow. Nice Vow is pretty much the most armor you can get on a support item. That also gives you HP and some utility. So that's what I'm gonna get next. It'll be a nice armor boost, and we can tank even more. So that's mostly what you want to do with Vi support. You want to... Oh, here comes Yasuo. That's mostly what you want to do with Vi support is, first off, get more CC. Because you can never have enough CC. You can never have enough CC. Get more CC, and then get tankier and get mostly tankier with either the Knight's Vow or the Dead Man's Plate. Some stuff that can help your movement and your tankiness at the same time. Just so that you can, really stick to those high priority targets and those peels. So here we're moving away from the fight, we're trying to leave them in. Yasuo comes in. And then we can finish him off. And after we get less aggro from the tower, we can just Q over and still be safe. This is where I'm telling everybody to back away and just, let the tower be, because we were too low, and Draven was there, Poppy was there, and Olaf. And even if there were 4 of us, we were too low to actually do anything useful. So now we got the Knight's Vow. We're gonna wait for Irelia to come back and use it on her, because she's dealing the most damage out of the whole team. And since she's a front runner like I am, it's gonna be easier to get the movement speed on the item. So next item I'm getting is the Black Cleaver. Now Cleaver is going to give me some HP, it's going to give me some even more armor shreds, and some movement speed on my auto attacks. Just so I can stick even more to the high priority targets and deal my CC. But it's also going to give me a lot more damage, and that's what you want from a peel champ. You want that damage. You want people to be scared of you, even if you're alone. So here we managed to get Yasuo out of that fight, get back on Olaf, and then finish off the Poppy. So there's no point in going over. We're just gonna wait and get back in. So, main point of Vi, main quality is that she's very high impact in the late game, very useful, and that's what you wanna focus on. You wanna have that damage. You wanna have that tankiness, and you don't want to be like you're not a support that gets two-shot out there. You know what I mean? You have to have the tankiness of a high CC support and the damage of a high peeler, and that's basically what we're going for right now. Is we're getting the peel, the CC, and the tankiness. It's also important to have, the tankiness when most of your team is not tanky. See, this is what I'm gonna mean by having a high CC and sticking to the target. Like, Yasuo isn't getting that fight if I don't want it to. And that's how I'm getting rid of him. Yep, game is gonna end pretty soon. The enemy team is gonna surrender, so just want to take this time to thank everybody for watching, and like and comment if you think there's something even better that you would have build on Vice for, or what you would do. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Oh, and I forgot. I have to show the scoreboard. So I'm just gonna do this. And scoreboard. This is a scoreboard from the game. We have 11k gold, 11.7. 5114, which was good enough for an S minus. And even though Vayne had 6 deaths, we still managed to do something about that. Cav was kind of an all-in champ with the 11-12, but both Irelia and Shaco did really well. And this is what Vice support can bring your team. You can be the tank and have a very good initiate and the high peeling too. Like it's the one comparison that you would have with, say, an Alistar, which has pretty much the same tankiness, the same CC, but not the same peel, the same damage that you would have with Vi, which is much more useful in the late game than Alistar is. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys. See you guys in the next video where we're going to be talking about Shaco support.